Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The topic that we are going to study today is the type of matrices. The first type of matrix that we are going to learn about is row matrix, then a column matrix, rectangular matrices, square matrices, null matrices, transpose of a matrix, negative of a matrix, symmetric matrix, and non-symmetric matrix. Then we are going to learn about the diagonal matrices, and there are two special types of diagonal matrices: the scalar matrices and the unit matrices. So these are the topic that we are going to cover in this lecture. The first type of matrix that we are going to start with is row matrix. Definition of a row matrix is a matrix having only one row is called a row matrix. So the only point that you have to remember is that if a matrix has one row, okay, the number of columns can be 1, 2 or many, but if the number of rows, okay, you are going to only concentrate on the number of rows. If the number of rows is equal to 1, then such matrices are called row matrices. For example, matrix A, it has only one row. Okay, row was the horizontal arrangement as we discussed in the first lecture. It has one row and 3 columns. So the order of the matrix is 1 by 3. It has one row and 3 columns. As it has only one row, therefore we know that such matrices are called row matrices. So matrix A is a row matrix because it has only one row, and matrix B, it is also called a row matrix because it has only one row. This is the row 2, 3, and we don't have any other rows. Okay, only one row and 3 columns. So we are going to concentrate on the number of rows only. Okay, we are not concerned about the number of columns. It has only one row, so matrix B is also called a row matrix. Now matrix C, it has one row and one column. We don't have any other columns, but we are having only one row. As the number of rows is equal to 1, so it is also a row matrix. So all these three matrices are row matrices because number of number of rows in A is equal to 1, number of rows in B is also equals to 1, and number of rows in C is also equal to 1. The next type of matrix that we are going to learn is the column matrix. Column matrix, definition of the column matrix is a matrix having only one column. A matrix having only one column is called a column matrix. For example, so any matrix that has only one column will be called a column matrix. The first matrix A, this is a matrix having the entries 2, 1 and 7. The number of rows are 1, 2, 3. It has 3 rows and 1 column. Okay, there are no other columns, only one column. So it has only one column, therefore this matrix is called a column matrix. Matrix B, 3, 2 and 5. It also has 3 rows and 1 column. As this matrix has only one column, therefore this is called a column matrix. Similarly, matrix C, it has only one column, therefore it is a column matrix. Matrix B, matrix D is another example of column matrix. 2, negative 1, 4 and 9. The rows are 1, 2, 3 and 4, while the columns are 1. So the order of the matrix is 4 into 1. It means it has 4 rows and 1 column. Any matrix having one column will be called a column matrix. A has one column, B has one column, C has one column, D has one column. So all these matrices are called column matrices because they have only one column. Okay, the next type of the matrices that we are going to learn about is rectangular matrices. A matrix M is called rectangular matrix if the number of rows of M is not equal to the number of columns. So what we have to remember here is that if you have a matrix and the number of rows and the number of columns, they are not equal to one another, okay, then such matrices are called rectangular matrices. For example, this is a matrix. The number of rows are 1, 2 and 3, and the number of columns are 1 and 2. So the order of the matrix is 3 by 2. Number of rows equals to 3 and number of columns is equal to 2. The number of columns are not equal to the number of rows. So this is a rectangular matrix, because whenever the number of rows are not equal to the number of columns, the matrix are in the form of a rectangle. They form the shape of a rectangle. That's why these matrices are called rectangular matrices. Okay, so you just have to calculate the number of rows and columns. If they are not equal, this is called a rectangular matrix. And if the number of rows are equal to the number of columns, this is B is another example of rectangular matrix, because it has 1, 2 rows and 3 columns. The order is 2 by 3. Number of rows is equal to 2, number of columns is equal to 3. They are not equal, therefore B is a rectangular matrix. Okay, the next is the square matrix. The definition of a square matrix is that a matrix is called a square matrix if the number of its rows is same as the number of the columns. Okay, so if you have a matrix and the number of rows of this matrix is equal to the number of columns, okay, if the number of rows and number of columns are equal, then such matrices are called square matrices. For example, matrix A, it has how many rows? It has 1, 2 rows, okay, and 2 columns. Number of rows is equal to 2, number of columns is also equal to 2. As both these numbers are equal, therefore it is a square matrix. Whenever the rows and columns of a matrix are equal, they form the shape of a square. Therefore such matrices are called square matrices. So you just have to find out the number of rows and the number of columns. If they are equal, it is a square matrix, and if they are not equal, then those matrices will be called rectangular matrix. Okay, so here B is another example of square matrix, because the number of rows are 1, 2 and 3. You have 3 rows, okay, and 1, 2 and 3 columns. Number of rows equals to 3 and number of columns is also equal to 3. Therefore this matrix is called a square matrix, because the number of rows and columns both are equal to one another. Okay, the next matrix is the null matrix. The definition of a null matrix is a matrix having all its entries or elements. Entries of a matrix or elements of a matrix, they are the same thing. A matrix having all its entries equal to 0 is called a null matrix. So if you have a matrix and all its entries, each and every entry of this matrix is equal to 0, then these matrices are called null matrix. So all the entries are 0. Okay, you don't have any non-zero entry, all are 0. Another example of the null matrix is the matrix B. All its entries are equal to 0. Therefore, such matrices are called null matrices. Okay. And the next is how to calculate the transpose of a matrix. Okay. A matrix obtained by replacing all the rows of the matrix by its corresponding columns is called the transpose of the matrix. In simple words, if you have a matrix and you replace all its rows by its columns, means if you replace the first row by first column, the second row by second column, and the third row by third column. So you are making the first row, you are picking the first row and write it in place of the first column. Similarly, picking the second row and writing it in place of the second column. Similarly, you pick the third row and then place it in the position of the third column. Then the matrix that you obtained is called the transpose of the matrix. For example, A is the matrix 2, -1, 0. Okay, this is the first row of the matrix. 3, 4, 5. This is the second row. 6, 9, -1. This is the third row of the matrix. Now, if you want to calculate its transpose, what we will do, we are going to pick the first row, okay, and then we are going to make this row the first column. Okay, you will define another matrix A transpose equals to, you are going to put the square brackets, and then what you are going to do is replace the first row, okay, by the first column. What we are going to do is pick the first row and make it the first column. Similarly, then pick the second row, which is 3, 4, 5, and put it in the position of the second column. Similarly, pick the third row and put it at the position of the third column. Okay, so the matrix that we obtained will be called the transpose of the matrix. So you are just picking the rows, pick the first row and place it at the position of the first column. Pick the second row and place it at the position of the second column. Then pick the third row and place it at the position of the third column. The matrix that we obtained is called the transpose of the matrix A. Okay, this is the matrix A, and if you do such thing that you make all the rows the columns of the matrix, then this conversion is called transpose of the matrix A. Another example is, if you have a matrix B 1, 2, 4, this is the first row, okay, and the second row is -1, 3 and 5. Its order is 2 by 3. So if you want to find the B transpose, what you do is pick the first row of the matrix and place it at the position of the first column. Okay, you are picking the first row and we have placed it in the position at the position of the first column. Similarly, pick the second row and place it at the position of the second column. Now, the new matrix that we obtain is called the transpose of the matrix. Okay, so if somebody asks you to calculate the transpose of a matrix, of the given matrix, what you do is just pick the rows and place it at the positions of the corresponding columns. Means first row is to be placed at the position of the first column. Second row is to be placed at the position of the second column, and the first row is to be placed at the position of the first column. And there is a note here, if order of A is equal to m cross n, it means if you have a matrix and it has m rows, m can be any number, okay, and n is the number of column, then the order of the A transpose will be n cross m, because you have placed the rows in place of the columns and the columns will become at the place of the rows. Okay, when you replace the rows with the columns, the new matrix has the rows of the first matrix becomes the column of the second matrix, and the columns of the second becomes the rows of the first one. Okay, so they interchange their rows and columns. Seventh part is negative of a matrix. How do you find the negative of a matrix? It's very easy. Negative of a matrix is obtained by reversing the signs of all the entries. So you have a matrix and you have entries in it. What you do is reverse all the signs. Reverse means you just have to write the opposite of the signs. If there is a -2, just replace it with +2. If you have a +2, replace it with -2. It is named by putting a negative sign with the matrix A. For example, if A is equal to 0, negative 1, and negative 5, negative 9, 1, 7, 2, negative 3. This is the matrix A, and we have to find the negative of this matrix A. Negative of the matrix A will be denoted by negative of A. You just put a negative sign with the A. This will be the notation we use for the negative of this matrix. Okay, and how we obtain the negative of the matrix? Just reverse the signs of its entry. 2, reverse the sign, this is a positive 2, so if we take its opposite sign, this will be negative 2. Okay, just write the opposite of these words. Simple. 0 is a neutral number, it does not have any sign. Okay, it does not have any sign, therefore 0 will remain 0. Negative 1 will become positive 1. Negative 5 will become positive 5. Positive 9 will become negative 9. Okay, so you have to replace by their opposite. Positive 1 will be replaced by negative 1. 7 will be replaced by negative 7. 2 will be replaced by negative 2. Negative 3 will be replaced by positive 3. So if you notice, we have changed, or we have reversed all the sign. This was a plus 2 which has become negative 2. The sign is reversed. Okay, change plus into minus, and the minus signs into plus signs. Okay, the negative signs into positive signs, and the positive signs will be changed into negative signs. If you do such thing, then this new matrix is called the negative of the previous matrix A. This is the matrix A. Its negative will be obtained by reversing all the signs of the entries inside the matrix A. Okay, the next is symmetric matrix. A square matrix is called a symmetric matrix if it is equal to its own transpose. So if a matrix is equal to its own transpose, then this is called a symmetric matrix. Or in other words, if we take the transpose of a matrix and we get the same matrix in return, then that matrix is called symmetric matrix. Now to understand the concept of the symmetric matrix, we take the example of matrix M. Let M be a matrix having the entries 1, 2, 3, first row, 2, negative 4, this is the second row, and the third is 3, 4, 0, the third row. Okay, so this is a matrix M. Now we want to check if it is symmetric or not. In order to check that it is symmetric or not, what we have to do is we have to find its transpose. Okay, this is a matrix M. Its transpose will be M transpose equals to, the first row will be placed at the position of the first column. Okay, make the first row the first column of the new matrix, then pick the second row and place it at the position of the second column. Then we pick the third row and it is placed at the position of the third column. This is the matrix which we obtained is as the transpose of matrix M. So this is matrix M, and this is transpose of matrix M. If you compare both the matrices, they are exactly the same. Okay, the first row is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, negative 1, 4, 2, negative 1, 4, 3, 4, 0, 3, 4, 0. So we have taken the transpose of the matrix, and yet we still have the same matrix as a result of the transpose. So the transpose has no effect on the matrix. If such is the case, then such matrices are called symmetric matrices. Okay? That is, if M is equal to M transpose. If M transpose and M both are the same matrices, they are the similar, exactly the same matrices or equal matrices, then we say that these M is a symmetric matrix. So in order to check whether a matrix is symmetric or not, what you will do is, if you are given the matrix, just take its transpose. If the transpose has no effect on the matrix, it means if you obtain the same matrix in the result, then we say that M is a symmetric matrix, because the transpose has not changed, has not done any change to it. That is, taking transpose has no effect on the matrix. Okay, so if the changing or if taking transpose has no effect on the matrix, we obtain the same matrix, then such matrices are called symmetric matrix. So M is a symmetric matrix because when we have taken the transpose, then both these matrices comes out to be equal. The next topic is skew symmetric matrices, non-symmetric or skew symmetric matrices. A square matrix A is said to be a skew symmetric matrix if A transpose is equal to negative of A. It means here so skew symmetric matrices are those matrices in which when we take the transpose we get the negative of the matrix. As an example to explain this, we have example. Take a matrix A, 0, 2, 3. This is the first row. Second row is negative 2, 0, 1. Third row is negative 3 and negative 1. Now to check whether it is skew symmetric or not, what we do is we find the transpose of this matrix. In order to find the transpose of this matrix, what we do is, again, we place the first row at the position of the first column. Okay, then replace the second row at the position of the second column and replace the third row at the position of the third column. The matrix that we obtain is called the transpose of the matrix A. Now we calculate the negative of the matrix A. Okay, how do we calculate the negative of the matrix A? We just reverse the signs of the entries inside the A. 0 is a neutral number, so it will remain neutral, that is 0. 2 is a positive number, it will be converted into negative 2 if you want to find the negative of the matrix A. Okay, 3 will be written as negative 3. Okay, negative 2 will be replaced with the help of, with positive 2. 0 will be replaced with 0 because 0 is a negative number, it is neither negative nor positive. Okay, 1 is a positive number, it will be replaced with negative 1. Negative 3 is a negative number, it will be replaced with positive 3. Negative 1 will be replaced with positive 1 and 0 will be replaced with 0. Okay, so now this was matrix A. Transpose of the matrix is this matrix. Then negative of the matrix is this. Okay, negative of matrix A is this. Now comparing 1 and 2. If you compare them, they are the same matrices. It means after taking the transpose of A, we have obtained a matrix which is equal to the negative of this matrix. So we can say that A transpose is equal to negative of A. If such is the case, then such matrices are called skew symmetric matrices. So A is a skew symmetric matrix because transpose of A is equal to negative of A. Okay, whether we calculate transpose of the matrix or negative of the matrix A, we obtain the same result in both the cases. So whenever we obtain the same result in both the cases, then we say that this matrix A is skew symmetric. Okay, so matrix A is skew symmetric if A transpose is equal to negative of A. Transpose of the matrix A and negative of the matrix A, if both are equal, then such matrices are called skew symmetric matrix. So if you have a matrix, so any matrix, if they behave such that their transposes comes out to be equal to negative of their matrices, then such matrices are called skew symmetric. So to check whether a matrix is skew symmetric or not, what you do is first calculate the transpose of the matrix, okay, and then find out whether it is equal to the negative of the matrix or not. Okay, either by calculating it or by looking at it. We can easily, by looking at it, we can easily judge that the signs are reversed. Okay, so when the signs are reversed, it means that A transpose is equal to the negative of the matrix A. So we say that this matrix A is skew symmetric. Okay, the next type of matrices are the diagonal matrices. Okay, And then first we are going to define the diagonal matrices, and then we are going to define scalar matrices and unit matrices, which are also type of diagonal matrices. These are also diagonal matrices but having some additional properties to them. Okay, so first of all we are going to learn about the diagonal of the matrix.